and it lands there. And I do that meat where you can't put in the corner.
Hi folks, welcome to Moggy's Life Hacks again. What I'm doing today is got a lovely piece of pork shoulder which I've left out to rest for the past hour and a half just to bring it more up to room temperature because it's quite a big bit of meat, so we don't want to put it in the oven too cold. We want it to cook through, so it's got to go in the oven this bit. You work it out by weight. This one's going in for 2 hours, 2¼ hours, something like that. So what I've done with it is I've got a nice big roasting tin here, and I've just made a little bed of vegetables, chopped onions, carrots, celery, and that's so that the meat can rest on that, and the bottom of the meat is not getting burned by the extreme heat of the metal below it, so it sits on that little bed just to roast nice and gently. I'm going to put some slices of orange in there as well. Pork goes nice with kind of fruity flavours, so I'm a big believer that there's not everything has to be a recipe. So you can make things up as you go along, just as long as you've got a rough idea of what kind of things work, and try to find a kind of balance with your dish. It's nice to experiment a wee bit. So I've scored the top of the pork crackling here, and that's going to crisp. We want that to crispen up nicely, but we want to keep the meat around the edges protected to some extent so that it's not going to become too dry. So what I've got here is I'm just making up a little bit of good quality olive oil and some mixed herbs and a little cracked pepper. Battery's gone. A little bit of black pepper, and I've got some salt in there as well. And I'm just going to dress that around the meat there, just to keep the meat nice and moist. That will help keep it moist throughout the cooking process, and that will just run down into those veggies and orange at the bottom, and that will help us make a lovely gravy later on. This is just, it's not a recipe I've ever followed, this is just an idea of my own. And again, as I say, just having some rough ideas of what you want to do, how you want to treat whatever it is you're cooking. Pork has got a tendency to dry out, so we want to keep it nice and moist, but we want the top to crispen up and make some nice crackling there. Okay, and to help that, I'm just going to wrap some tin foil around the meat, but leave the top exposed. Okay, and that's going to go in the oven now for 2¼ hours, and we'll catch that later on and see what the gravy's going to turn out like. Okay, so that's on at 190 degrees. Looking forward to that. See you soon. Okay folks, so I'm just cutting these potatoes into 1 centimetre thick slices, and this is going to be potato Dauphinoise, so creamy potatoes done in the oven with garlic and cream and a little bit of stock, and for some fresh chives. Okay. Hi guys, just peeling and chopping the carrots here for the Somerset carrots, which is just carrots with cider and some herbs and knob of butter, and that's just going to get roasted in the oven beside the pork and the potato Dauphinoise for the roast dinner. Some cider going in. And a little bit of boiled water with some herbs and oil. A little bit of salt there. Season it. And a little bit of butter. Oh. There we are. Put a wee touch of extra herbs on here, and that will go in the oven now for probably around 25 to 30 minutes so the carrots are nice and soft and the cider will reduce down. So we'll see what that looks like shortly. Don't worry too much. Don't worry too much about quantities, guys. As I said earlier on, I don't really follow recipes. I'm not a professional chef. I'm just a very keen amateur. So just sharing with you some things that I've learned along the way. Sometimes cooking can be a bit of trial and error, but you kind of get a feel for what works, and that's kind of what I'm hoping to share with you, is things that I've picked up. Okay, guys, the timers went for the pork coming out of the oven, so this should be looking really good. There we go, nice golden, crispy crackling there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unveil that, take the tin foil off of here, and there we have our roasted veg down the bottom. And I'm going to make a lovely gravy out of that. And I'm just going to add some cider at the moment, and I'll let that cool down and rest with the pork for about 20 minutes to let the pork relax and make it more tender. And I'll just keep this tin foil over the top now, and then later on we'll make some gravy with all that veg and carve the pork. Okay guys, so we're just going to carve up this pork now that's been resting for a bit. The crispy crackling is nice and crispy, so that's good. And we're just going to see how this carves up. And that's looking just about right. Nice and tender. I'll maybe take the crackling off just now and set that aside to serve up. And that'll allow me to carve the pork a little easier. Look at that, melt in the mouth stuff. It's a bun in my hand. So I'm just putting the veg from the bottom of the roast tin into a blender jug, and I'm going to whiz that up and then sieve it through into the gravy mix that I've got here. That's just instant, it's just an instant gravy, and I'm just going to use this puree to kind of jazz it up a wee bit and give it a wee bit more flavour. We've got the potato Dauphinoise and the carrots with the cider coming out shortly, and I've got here in this pan some braised cabbage and broccoli and peas and kale. So it's a full blown Sunday roast we've got going on here. As you can see, the pork and crackling has carved up real nice, and I'll just drizzle some of the gravy and juices over that, keep that moist. Okay guys, so what I've done is I've just pureed up the veg from the bottom of the roasting tin, and I mixed in some of the gravy that I'd already made with the puree, just to make it a little bit more runny, if you like, so that I can pass it through the sieve like this. And this is just letting me get some extra flavour into the gravy without the big chunks of where it's burnt round the edges, keeping them out of the gravy, so we just end up with a nice smooth gravy. It'll be really tasty. Okay guys, so we're just going to get the potato Dauphinoise and the carrots out of the oven, have a wee look at them. Okay, so there's our Dauphinoise, and that is just sliced potatoes, guys, with cream, some sliced fresh garlic, a little sprinkle of chives, and a little bit of stock. And I make that up in a jug first. Pour over the potatoes in the dish, and put a knob of butter on top, and I roast that. That was in the oven for around 50 minutes. And here are our carrots, nicely roasted and ready to serve.
Yeah. And the land there. And I do that meat where you can't pop in the corner.